One more time with gusto. Good morning, Unity. It is a gorgeous Sunday here in Bend, and we are at the Unity Spiritual Community, and we are going to rock and roll. We're going to be giving you the most beautiful wisdom today. So let's get on our feet, and we're going to sing some chants together. They're really easy to learn. And sing out.
The lines of this song is simple. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. Guess what the next one is? You are the light of the world. You are the light. Easy. You are the light of the world. 3 times, then you are the light. Can we do that?
Sure. Yes.
All right. The enthusiasm is deafening.
You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You are the light. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You are the light.
Now the next line is so let your light so shine. Ready?
So let your light so shine. So let your light so shine. So let your light so shine. Let your light shine. So let your light so shine. So let your light so shine. So let your light so shine. Let your light shine. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You are the light. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You are the
Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for
Well, hello, everyone. Hello. Just what I needed. How are we all doing today? Anybody experienced that lightning last night?
Yes.
That was wild. I think I need to go change my sheets when I get home. bolt up right out of bed. Cats are scattering. I don't know if you weren't here for it. There was this massive bolt of lightning and a thunderstruck. I don't know if I've ever heard anything hit that hard, but it sounded like the house exploded. And I know some other people have said the same thing. So I'm a little iffy this morning. What's that? All I know is in the middle of the night when I would normally be sleeping. My name is Nate Hitchcock, and I will be your flight attendant on this flight today. We're flight 914, direct service from where we sit today, with a bit of separation in our world, a bit of conflict. We're going to jump on this flight, and we're going to take ourselves over to oneness and unity, to love and compassion and understanding by the end of the service. Are we excited? Ready to go? Yes. Oh, by the way, you are at Unity Spiritual Community of Central Oregon, and we are a wild soul sanctuary. If you're new here, you get used to it. Ask your neighbor. They'll fill you in on it. Okay. Our in-flight entertainment is the one and only William Gregory, who, am I mistaken, is looking as dapper as ever. The married William is far more dapper looking than the single bachelor William, yes? Anybody here just for him today? Yeah, a couple people, I know they are. All right. Let's go ahead and settle in to this oneness we're all traveling towards right now. And we're going to have a nice smooth flight, no turbulence. Let's go ahead and close our eyes. If you got somebody next to you, go ahead and grab their hand. Let's connect. And recognize that while there may, on the surface, appear to be division and separation, anger, conflict, our fellow citizens fighting with each other, we know here at Unity, we are one. And if we can be one here, we can be one everywhere and with everyone. New Thought teaches us that the life we see on the outside is simply a manifestation of the life that we're living inside. And so if we see this conflict and separation and challenge out in the world, and we dwell on that, and we rail against that, we are simply adding more separation and conflict into the world. So instead, we're going to go within, we're going to settle into our oneness and focus on the light of love that's sitting right in the middle of our chest. That little sliver of God that's right there in you, that is fully unified all the time, is whole and complete and enough right here and now. And we send that out into the world. Because it's the only way that we're going to bring unity to this divided nation, to this divided world, is by starting within ourselves. It begins right here and now. And while we're here in this oneness, let's go ahead and thank those who walk this land before us, the Paiute, Wasco, and Warm Spring tribes. If you have someone who's not with us today, because they've passed on or they're not able to be here, we can go ahead and bring them to this service. We've got a great comfy chair up here on stage for them. We can be one with them. And let's just feel how wonderful it is to be in this union. Quite a while back, a bunch of brave individuals went to Washington, D.C. and started meditating on peace and love and harmony. And they did this for a month. And they measurably dropped the crime rate in that city, in that area. There was nothing miraculous about it. But at the same time, it was the most miraculous thing that has ever happened to this planet. We can do that here today and heal our nation, every one of us individually. Heal our community, and in the process, heal this world. So let's come on back. want to remind you that everybody is welcome here. Your race, your creed, the color of your skin, your height, you're left-handed, right-handed, you're welcome here, as we see right here. We do a lot of talking here about all the faiths, all the religions. We touch on them here at Unity. So you might hear about Buddha, you might hear about the Tao, you might hear about Jesus. If you have any triggers on any of those religions, probably most likely the Jesus one. Just understand that we're talking about the same thing. We are talking about love. Every one of those prophets that came was talking about the same thing. We're talking about this love and this unity. And that's what we celebrate here at Unity. So let's read our vision statement. Here I am, just like Claire had trouble. I want to say it's a mission statement. There's a couple corporate people here. But this is our vision for this community. So let's read it together. We are community, committed to co-creating a world of unity, spiritual awakening, and loving kindness. Bask for a minute on what it would be like to live in a world of unity, spiritual awakening, and loving kindness right now. How much different would that be than what we're looking at right now? It can happen. It starts right here, individually. Can't make anybody else do it. You got to start with yourself. Lead the way. Okay. Celebrations. Celebrations is a time, it's one of my favorites, where we like to, here at Unity, celebrate what's going right in the world. It's super easy to look at what's going wrong in the world. And our human predilections and the societal predilections we have is that we're going to immediately go to what worries and concerns us. But here at Unity, we like to practice focusing on what is going great. And so I know there's a bunch of hands that are going to pop up. We're going to pass the mic around. If you've got something that went awesome this week or this month or is coming up, put that hand up real high. Do we have any youths today? I don't see too many. Oh, there's one. All right, we got at least one. Do we have another?
Go get the microphone.
All right. We have a single mic runner, so we're going to be patient with this one. So put that hand up real high so she can see it, and let's celebrate what's going great in your life. I'm going to start off while she heads over there by celebrating a fantastic party for one of our members, Jeremy, on Friday, over at the Cross-Eyed Cricket. I saw a bunch of you faces there. It was a great time. We celebrated a fantastic young man who has overcome challenges that would make most of us curl up in a ball and cry. And if this guy can get to this point of love and celebrating life and positivity, I think any of us can. What he's been through and where he's able to be today, I think is commendable, and I applaud him for that. And I celebrate his birthday, which was on Friday. He's not here today, but anyway, I'm celebrating that. What do we got? Claire's got the mic here.
I am celebrating our amazing Earth Care team's harvest table out there. I stopped by yesterday to do some things and got some yummy tomatoes and cucumbers, and so thank you for doing that, Kalinda. Robin's not here today, but if you got, there's awesome tomatoes out there and some cucumbers, so.
How's that work, Claire? What do we do with that stuff? We just take it?
Just
And
take
enjoy?
Enjoy. And if you
Okay.
have leftovers from your garden, bring them and put them out there, and it's just open all the time, so, yeah.
All right.
A couple of things. First, we saw Neil Young Wednesday night at the amphitheater. It's right up at the rail. He was amazing. He had a band of, looked like kids in their early 30s, maybe. And then the old organ player, probably in his late 80s. But oh, it was so good. It was such a wonderful night. And then we're closing up the season Thursday. That'll be the last show of the year. But also I wanted to celebrate, I got a new piano, really excited about.
Awesome.
And I'm going to use it today in Sisters, celebrating that.
Sweet. If you want to shake the hand of the person who's been to more concerts than anybody walking this planet, it's that guy right there.
I don't know. His son is fast catching up. I want to celebrate just being here with everybody and the support of the community. And I suppose I could mention Eric got back safely with his new guide dog, Bendy, yesterday. And they're at home settling in and she's getting used to the new place. And our neighbor's dog has already waylaid her this morning and greeted her and told her, we're going to be friends whether you like it or not. So, you know.
Nice.
Okay, so I wasn't planning on going to the Northwest Convention because I was going to be doing something else, but that didn't work out. So I'm going to the convention, and it was filled when I was going to sign up. Everything fell into place so beautifully. So I am looking forward to coming back with stories to rock your world.
Right back here.
Hi, Joanna's celebrating that I'm going on a motorcycle trip for 9 days. We'll be hiking the Sawtooths in Idaho.
Nice.
I'm celebrating that my mom is finally getting surgery this week.
I am celebrating each one of you. It's very special to have a community like this. And we, in my family, as you know, have a wife and a baby girl that just born. We're going abroad for a few months. But the celebration here is that we are calling this unity, this band place as a home. So this is what we're celebrating. So we're coming back. We're going, but we're coming back. Okay, so thank you so much.
I'm celebrating that I get to go to Ireland with Claire and Kevin in less than 2 weeks, and that I was able to join late, and they found a place for me, and I'm just so excited and blessed, and I thank you.
Did I see another hand back here? No? Okay, one back in the corner here, and I think we're wrapped up. Anything online, guys? No? All right.
I am celebrating that we have a baby on the way. Due in March.
I have a celebration.
All right, let's hear it. Best
Next
one.
Friday, this Friday, we're going to Cascade Equinox.
All right, thank you all for your celebrations and focusing on the good in the world. It's awesome. All right, I see our one kid. Do we have more kids coming up for our kids' blessing? Oh, they're partying already? All right. We're going to go ahead and bless these kids and send them off on their fantastic day together. All right. Any of you guys want to chat about or?
Looking for a volunteer next week. Hit me up.
All right. All right.
Here we go.
Okay, let's bless these kids. We appreciate the holy gift you are. We see the divine light shining from you. May you always know what a treasure you are. May you always bring your gifts freely and fully to the world. Namaste. Yeah, it's occurring to me that's a similarly effective prayer for those out in the world who may challenge you and trouble you with their actions. I think you can send them this same prayer and help change how you see the world. Okay, dun-da-da-da, announcements. First one up, on Wednesday, we had our, was that quarterly, half-annual, quarterly town hall meeting. I thought it was a fantastic one. If you weren't here, tough, we're not going to tell you anything about it. It's all secret. No, seriously. We talked about a lot of great stuff, including a new service led by our very own William on Wednesday evenings. And I think he's going to chat a little bit about that in his talk today. But I tell you what we heard about it sounded amazing. And I've never been one for going to church once, let alone twice in a week. But I think you'll definitely be seeing me at these, especially because he's leading it, and you can't go wrong. Just really can't go wrong. So that's one of the awesome things that we was unveiled at this Unity Town Hall meeting. The other one is Dan Stevens, who's not here, I don't see him in the crowd, is launching a Uniteens program for our youths that are 11 to 14-year-olds. The the tweens, that challenging middle age years. So launching that forth, amazing energy out of this guy on this program. If you know of teens in the world, they're going to be having a great program there. He has been working madly on it, and that's very exciting stuff. So we're expanding our youth. If you would have been here, you would have known that Jane was here. You would have gotten to spend a little time with Jane, which would have been a special gift. And she gave the most amazing call to action on participating in the youth program here that I think I've ever heard in terms of supporting our youth, and they are our future. She gave us a very important reminder that our youth are our future, and if we're not volunteering out there to help them understand these new thought principles that we're teaching and learning about here, then we really don't care that much about our planet and our world, because they are our future. Am I going to regret this?
Yes. I also want to add that if you are not sure about the unity principles and want to learn more, helping teach these classes will teach you so much. I did it for like 6 years, and it's amazing.
I don't regret it. That was awesome. Thank you.
Oh, wait, I struggle.
Okay, what else do we have happening there, Claire? 50K to light the way. Okay, so you know we're in the search for a new minister. I think I'm going to fold these two together. We have 3 applications that have come in. I don't know anything about them, so I can't comment on that, but the fact that we have 3 is, from what I hear, a blessing. There are churches and unity establishments all over the country that have trouble finding anybody who's interested in leading them, and we have 3 that have come to our door and said, yes, I'm interested. So this is a awesome situation that we're facing. That being said, Eric gave us the news that we're more or less treading water financially, and that adding the ministerial salary on top of that is not really feasible. Math is pretty simple. 1 + 1 = 2 on most days. Some people in power right now might not agree with that, but that's okay. Here at Unity, we have established a plan to help fund the first year of this ministry. They want to be able to offer this minister a position here at Unity and say, yes, we love you, we want you, and your salary is paid for the year. And so they've cooked up this awesome program called 50K to Light the Way. We're basically, over the next couple months, looking to raise $50,000. Eric has secured $25,000 already in matching funds, more or less. Yeah. Which by itself is freaking amazing. Thank you, Eric, for that. And so basically, they were looking for $25,000 to come from the community to match that. We did the quick math on it, roughly 100 members, $250 a person. Granted, not everybody's going to be able to participate that much, so if you are of greater means and you know you are, by all means, let's see if we can contribute more. But Eric, what's the deadline on that? November. Sometime in November, we're looking to have that completed. So it's well on its way, and I'm super excited about it, and we'll be hearing more about that in the days to come. Anything more else you want me to talk about that? Okay. All right. Moving right along. Now, our weekly events. We always have a series of awesome things coming and going here. Chris texted this morning and said, hey, who was the last one to lock up around here? And I said, well, I haven't been there since Wednesday. So, well, I hope this hasn't been this way since Wednesday. I'm like, no way, Chris, has this place been empty since Wednesday? There is something going on here every day of the week, every night it seems. So this is a very happening place, including tonight, 6 o'clock, Sacred Sound Bath. Donna and Shriman, or just Shriman? Okay, just Shriman tonight, but Donna helps out occasionally, as does Amandine. And so Shriman's leading it tonight. Tuesday mornings, Shriman's also leading a yoga class for everyone. You don't have to be awesome at yoga. It's all shapes and sizes and abilities are welcome to that. And right after that, we have Let's Get Metaphysical, which is turning to be a super popular group with Jim and Joanne Passmore, who are talking about the metaphysics of unity and new thought and all that other jazz. Great teachings. So you can slip right into that. They are transitioning to classes. Basically, Tuesdays are education day here at Unity, and so we're going to have a chock-full calendar on Tuesdays of awesome things to learn. So you can show up on Tuesday morning and get some yoga in, and get your metaphysics on, and then continue on to other classes. So look for those coming in the future. Monday, we have our men's group meeting, 6 p.m., and Divine Healers. are coming this Saturday. Yeah, I'm looking at my wife because she's one of them. This Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m., Divine Healers are going to be here. If you have any ailments, mental, physical, or otherwise, that you would like some support around, come on to this healing. It's a donation-based. If you don't have it, you don't have to donate. If you do, please do. But they're here to give their gifts freely and fully to you to help you heal. And amazing things are happening. I know I could probably have an entire service of people coming up here and talk about what healing they've received through that group and through this community. So come on down to that Saturday, 2 o'clock for 2 hours. All right, now we also have some amazing workshops coming up as well. Declutter your mind for clarity and aliveness. Anybody feel like their mind is a little bit cluttered lately? Yeah, it's pretty hard not to watch everything that's going on right now and not get a cluttered mind unless you're smart enough to turn that darn screen off and not look at it at all. But that's a wholly different service altogether. All right, so Elaine Kornick is teaching a class on decluttering your mind, just like you might declutter your closet or your house. And that is happening Wednesday, September 17th from 2 to 5:30, and a whole bunch of other days. I'm not even going to read them all. Get to the website. There's a ton of options on that. She's doing some really cool stuff. Which is the one that has like a million options? That one, okay. But multiple times throughout the day. Yes, okay, that's right. Million options on 2 different days. And I'm exaggerating about a million a little bit, if you guys didn't catch that one. So she's basically doing some bioenergetic technology called Psych-K, and I'm hearing great things about it. It's about changing your beliefs at the subconscious level and restructuring this. Okay, we also have an encore spirit group called Clear Your Clutter with Feng Shui, and this is with Carol Fox and Pam Matthews. Is Pam here? Is here? No, okay. Encore presentation because it was such a big hit. They're coming back for more, and that one new series is starting Sunday, September 21st. Hit up this gal if you want more information on that. Check out the website. You can get details on how to register there. All right. Rafe Perlman is going to be in town. He was here last night practicing, or the night before, but he's going to be at the Tower Theater tonight. Do we know if they're sold out? No? Probably. Who knows? If they're not and you can squeeze tickets in, I highly recommend it. He's the reason we howl at the beginning of services. That's how good this guy is. He's here with his full band. It is going to blow your mind and your body and your soul. I'm going to be there. All right. And then we have a super special guest speaker, guest musician, guest lecturer coming in on Sunday, October 5th. This gal here, Esther Nicholson, is the real deal. And Unity has gone to great lengths. They're flying her in from Nashville. She's going to be leading the Sunday service that day. She hails from Agape. She is an internationally acclaimed trauma recovery specialist, and she's got an amazing workshop set up. And I was reading the description as I was preparing for this announcement, and I'm going, oh my God, I got to get this one. We all have some trauma in us, and we all have some shame left around in there. I for sure can confess to that, and I know a lot of others in the room can as well. And so I highly encourage you to, if nothing else, come Sunday to the service on that one. Put that one in the calendar right now and don't schedule anything over it. This one is the real deal. All right. We also have, and you maybe haven't heard about it, we have a feedback mechanism now. So if you have some feedback or suggestions for the services or for the community as a whole, you can scan this QR code. There's some flyers out in the hall as well, and submit your thoughts on what you'd like to see changed about this place. Or you can say nice things too. Yeah. Yes, you can do that too. If you've got a favorite speaker you want to see more of, by all means, say, yes, I love this person. Let's have more of that person here. Okay, anything else on that one? We're good. Yes? Oh, that's right. We have a tables announcement. You want to come on up and talk about that? No?
We're just missing a couple tables that were lent for the yard sale. Just want to put it out there.
They're MIA, so if you, for some strange reason, have a folding table in your possession that wasn't previously yours, can you connect with Leah? And we'll get those back to the proper owners. Okay. All right. By all means, as usual, check the website. I was there this morning. It's working great. The website team is doing amazing things to get that cleaned up and organized, and lots of good content on there. And you can sign up for all the classes I was just talking about. All right. We talked about our new minister search. We are going to continue this new minister search, even though we have these 3 applications. I was in real estate for a long time, and in the rule of thumb there was just because you have somebody who has put an offer in on this house, you do not stop marketing that house because you never know how it's all going to work out. So we are going to continue to affirm that the perfect minister for us is going to come here. We're going to continue to receive applications to that. Where by no means are we shutting it down. So let's go ahead and affirm together the spiritual community of Central Oregon family with infinite power and wisdom working in and through us, accept and appreciate our abundant well-being as we engage our ideal minister. This loving soul supports, uplifts, and guides us spiritually and organizationally in our wild soul mission for our good and for the good of all beings. And so it is. All right. Soul Shine, you're up.
I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful, I am bountiful. I am bliss, I am, I am. I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful, I am bountiful. I am bliss, I am, I am. I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful, I am bountiful. I am bliss, I am, I am. I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful, I am bountiful, I am bliss, I am, I am. I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful, I am bountiful. I am bliss, I am, I am. I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful, I am bountiful. I am bliss, I am, I am. I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful, I am bountiful, I am bliss, I am, I am. I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful, I am bountiful, I am bliss, I am, I am. I am, I am, I am, I bountiful. I am bliss, I am, I am. I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful, I am bountiful. I am bliss, I am, I am. I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful, I am bountiful, I am bliss, I am, I am. I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful, I am bountiful, I am bliss, I am, I am. I am, I am, 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 I am, I am. I am the light of my soul. I am beautiful, I am bountiful. I am bliss, I am, I am.
Words to live by. I am honored to get to introduce this amazing man who definitely understands that he is the light of his soul. He has spent some time in the valley of the shadow of death for sure. He has banged his head around the rocks down there a bunch and has come out the other side an angel incarnate, in my opinion. I am blessed to call him my friend. I am blessed to have spent long hours pushing mops and brooms and stuff with him over the COVID years, and just getting to explore the amazing spirituality and metaphysical understandings that dwell within this amazing soul. So give it up for the one and only William Gregory.
Stretch with me for a minute because I got to ease into this. Well, goodness sakes, last night I was going over this talk, and my daughter and my wife were in bed asleep, and I was looking up definitions and just kind of going over it, and I decided to meditate, and I had my Indian flute music playing in the background, and as I'm sitting there on the couch with the sliding glass door open and the kitchen window open, and it's a gentle evening, and I just heard the wind whipping up through the trees. And I heard the wind passing through the backyard. And I felt the air get thicker. And I stood up and I walked out on the back porch, and I could just feel static in the air, and the lightning started to flash, and the big fat drops of rain started to happen. And it was indeed at 1:20 a.m. that happened. And I was just thinking to myself, how many things I have to be grateful for now. How many things that are happening right now that I totally take for granted. And as was mentioned before, there's a lot of static, there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of noise, and yet I'm here, I'm safe, and I'm sound, and there's food in my refrigerator, and I have hot and cold running water, I have ice cream in the freezer, I have privileges, and I have things in my life that emperors and potentates and kings didn't have generations before. We live in a time of incredible material wealth and relative order, and most of the time we just complain. I'm in love with words, and words can be clumsy, and words change over time. And when I was thinking of the term spirituality, my first inclination is to break it down into the etymology of the word. So let's go on a quick journey into the etymology of what spirituality is. Now, something that's interesting is that, do you know that in Greek, Latin, Sanskrit, Hebrew, Chinese, Arabic, Finnish, Dutch, High German, and Turkish, I stopped looking there. So I got there and I stopped looking. But do you know what all those languages have in common? Their words for spirit and their words for breath are the same words, or closely related. Imagine that for a moment. The words for spirit and the words for breath are closely related. So the word spirit, you could say breath, is put with this ality at the end. So then I looked up, what is this ality at the end? And for a couple of examples, we could say equality. You could say equal. We all know what equal is. When you put the ality at the end, it basically means it's something you're practicing. It's as though you're taking a noun and turning into a verb. So equality is the practice of making things equal. Congeniality. Congenial means to be friendly. When you put the ality at the end, it means the practice or the effort or the beingness of being friendly. Frugality, to be wise or prudent. With the ality, it means you're actively embodying prudence or wisdom. Intentionality. So the idea of intent, doing something on purpose with forethought and forthrightness. When the ality comes in, it means we're acting, we're being, we're practicing intention. So spirituality, the practice, the being, the consciousness of breath. And if you think about this for a moment, when we're in a state of anxiety or anger or resistance or fear or shame, what is our breath like? It's short, it's cut off, it's strangled. When we're in a state of love, honor, forgiveness, kindness, decency, our breath is easy and it's free. When our breath is easy and free, our digestive system is going along. Our cortisol levels are low. Our immune system rises. So the idea of being in spirituality or practicing spirituality is we're paying attention to our breath. If our breath gets shorter, are we thinking about our thoughts? What are we watching? What are we swiping? What are we thinking about? What are we feeling? There's another level of this too, that the idea of spirituality means that we see more to our lives than just eating, sleeping, making money, paying bills, making baby, paying taxes, and trying to get what we want out of this life. There are those of us, it's like a toddler. When a toddler's a baby, it's I want, I want, I want. You know, give me, give me, give me. That's where they're at. And then we would hope eventually this toddler grows up to find out that, oh, there's other people, there's other needs, there's other perspectives. It's as though their perspective broadens. The idea of spirituality and that there's more to us than just a biological body. Like right now, as I'm sitting here, my body is building fingernails and eyelids. I'm turning food into energy. There are synapses happening in my mind that I can't even imagine are going on. And yet there's more to that. There's more to me. There's more to this life. And the idea that there's meaning and purpose in this life that's more than just net worth is the idea of spirituality. The word spirituality is impossible to define since it points to moments that can't fully be captured by words. Some people have said that these moments are like oceanic feelings because they experience feels as big as the oceans. Others call it peak experience. Others call it religious experience. When I went back and researching this, there's a beautiful author named William James, and he wrote a book, which I'll be quoting from, called The Varieties of Religious Experience. And I broke down the word religion etymology, in its etymology. And of course, we know that means to do again, to repeat. So religious, the word religious is a Latin word, and it means to bind, to hold together. Like, for instance, the word ligament which holds our bones and our muscles together, comes from the same word as the word align. And there was a time, like in the first century, when people felt a sense of realignment. They saw the light. They saw a deeper meaning. They had a religious experience. And then through time, the word religion has become an ugly word, which isn't necessarily the fault of all religious people. Religion has done a lot of great things, but it also has its baggage. So I feel as though in our modern zeitgeist, now we've kind of replaced the idea of religion with spirituality, because it drops the baggage and lets us have an experience now that is just as meaningful, but the term has changed. So words change over time. To say it's ineffable, I had such a hard time with that word. I was trying to say ineffable. I kept saying ineffable when I was doing the video, and I had to redo it probably 20 times. But it's a quality of something that surpasses the capacity for language to express it. It's beyond words. There are different types of religious experiences, and I'm going to go over these now because it's important. The experience is so profound that it defies description and cannot be conveyed fully through language. There's another one called the noetic quality. Mystics feel that their experiences provide a deep, intuitive insight into the nature of reality, or the truth, which goes beyond the capabilities of ordinary logic or thought. The transiency, these statements are temporary, often lasting only months, though their effects can have lasting impact on the individual. Passivity. The individual feels that something is happening to them rather than initiating the experience themselves. It's a state of being receptive to a higher power or reality. Other key aspects are what James called the more, suggesting that mystical experiences reveal a greater reality beyond our ordinary consciousness, a spiritual force or something more that offers a sense of ultimate meaning and reassurance. Subjective reality. This reality of experience lies in the effect on the individual. Even if the experience is rooted in the brain pathology or may be irrational, its subjective truth and transformative power are real for the experiencer. Personal and private. These experiences are fundamentally private, and the events occur within the individual's mind. And if you think about what can evoke a spiritual experience, and I looked up what the internet said, and I know in my own life the things that have evoked a spiritual experience within me, but it could be the birth of a child. It could be a huge trauma, an existential crisis. Meditating can cause this. The Buddha had a spiritual experience sitting underneath a tree that has changed the world. Fasting, chanting, an innate process. They can happen spontaneously. And the last one I'm going to mention is one that happened to me. And I feel really naked talking about this. And there's an old Arabic saying that if something happens once, it happens once. If something happens twice, it's likely to happen a third time. And 3 times over the course of the summer, this experience that happened to me has come up. One time we were camping with Ezekiel, and little Florence asked me a question, and the next thing I know, I was telling this story that I don't tell very much. And then another one was sitting with my son and a group of people, and someone asked me about this, and I told the story, and my 25-year-old son hasn't heard me tell this story. It's going to make me look crazy. It's going to make me feel naked. But I had a near-death experience. And when this happened to me, I didn't know what they were. Now I know that they've happened to other people too, and it's not entirely uncommon or unheard of. But when it happened to me, I grew up in a really conservative religion. And I left this religion because I just couldn't do it anymore. But when I left it, it was with full knowledge that I was going to die at Armageddon because I was sinning against God. And I still entertained the thought that maybe I could go back someday. Maybe it'll make sense to me again someday. But I was going to go have a good time because I'm going to die anyway. And so I was on my way to the coast with a friend. And we're on our way to the coast, and we're driving down the Santiam Pass, and there's a little swimming hole that is just precious to me. It's a place I know well. My parents used to bring me there when I was a little kid. You know, there's a shallow area that's great for kids. It's a place where I famously threw my saltwater sandals into the creek because I thought they were girl shoes and I wasn't going to let anyone make me wear them. And we pull off to the side of the road. It's just a little turnout. It's not a state park. It's a place you would have to grow up there to know where it is. And she and I are walking down to the cliff, and it's a beautiful rapid that comes in a deep, deep swimming hole in these cliffs where you can jump off into the water. And to show off in a moment of hubris and foolishness, I just hand her the keys to my truck, and I just go dive off this cliff. And as I'm coming down towards the water, I realize that I'm not going to make the deep water, that there's a rock shelf right there. And I hold my hand out, and I break my wrist, and I hit my head, and I fracture my skull. And the next thing I know, I'm standing next to her, looking at my body in the water face down. And I'll never forget how my body seemed inconsequential to me. It was inconsequential. And the next thing I knew, I saw this brightness. It was up here, and it was bright. It was getting brighter. It was getting brighter. It was getting brighter. And then it was only bright. It was only white. And this presence came up to me that I perceived as being Jesus Christ. And I followed this presence, and I just felt warm, and I felt whole, and I felt like everything was going to be okay. And the next thing I knew, it was though I was in a theater, and I'm in a seat, and I'm looking up at a screen. And playing on the screen is the beginning of my life. And I remember even before, it was as though I was on the rim of the earth, and there were other souls with me, and we were all about to dive into density. And I'm on the rim of the earth, and I'm thinking, I want to remember. I want to wake up. I want to wake up. There's something important. As though diving down into density, I could forget everything. And I remember diving down into density, and the next thing I was just... And then I forgot everything. I think that's the only way this life can work, is if we forget everything. And I remember I saw my life from the perspective of everybody else. So hang on, time out. My mom finds out she's pregnant with me. She has 4 teenage daughters. She's almost done with kids. She weeps. She weeps when she finds out she's pregnant with me because she's so close to being done. And I have 4 older sisters. They're all excited. Everyone's excited. And there's a few moments that I've been able to, I don't remember everything, but there's a few moments that were really poignant for me. One was in 6th grade, and it was in Salem, Oregon. And it was springtime, and it rains a lot in the valley. And we were going to play basketball after school. I love to play ball. And I'm at the end of class, and I'm writing sentences. I wrote a lot of sentences in grade school. I think I'm writing, I will not talk in class, I will not talk in class, 25 times. I will not talk in class. And my friends are waiting for me to get out of class so we can go play. You know, we have a game going. We want to finish the game. They're waiting. They're impatient. They're out in the hallway. And I'm writing, I will not talk in class. And I get done, and I'm leaving the class. As I'm running out, there's a girl that I would hang out with. I liked her. We would color. We would build Legos. We would do stuff at her house. This was a sunny day. And she's like, Billy, I want to show you something. I really want to show you something. I'm like, I'm going to go play basketball. She's like, no, I want to show you something. She's pulling me. And I turned around and I said to her, listen, you're fat and you're ugly. Why would I want to hang out with you anyway? I said that. And kids in school said mean things all the time. The difference here was I said that. I didn't say mean things. But in that moment, I was trying to be cool in front of my friends, and I wanted her to leave me alone. And I went off and played. And to tell you the truth, in that moment, I went off and played, and I just kind of forgot about it. She left me alone. I forgot about it. Might have felt a little bad, but I didn't remember that. It wasn't until this was replayed that I really got to see this. Well, in that moment, I see her looking at me, and she's shocked. And she walks away just kind of in shock. And then she goes, wow, that's why those girls were making fun of me. That's why that person said that. I am fatter than other girls. I'm not as pretty as other girls. If I wasn't fat and ugly, Billy would want to play with me. And I got to see every time she started to smile and covered her face. And I got to see the times when she wanted to speak and didn't speak. And I was wrecked. I was wrecked. I'm not a saint. I mean, if someone's looking for someone who's perfect, I'm not that guy. Another memory I had was of a substitute teacher, and I'll never forget this. I went from Sweet Home, little town, little grade school, to Salem, and it was a bad part of town, and it was rough. You know, there were kids doing drugs. There were kids talking about things that kids shouldn't know about. And I'm going to the school, and we have a substitute teacher who comes into our class. And I'm sitting there as a substitute teacher, and she's young, and she's fresh, and she's enthusiastic. And all the kids just push their books off their desk, and the books fall to the floor. And I wasn't about to push my books off to the desk, but I wasn't brave enough to say anything. And she tried to get us to pick up our books, and she ended up leaving and crying. And I saw her later that day, and I just held the door open for her and told her I was sorry. And I got to feel this welling of love come up from her, that I got to feel the love she felt for me, and I got to feel what that meant to her. And I'm going through my life realizing that every moment of my life is touching everybody else's. I got to realize that the small things really matter. I got to see my parents as being just scared little kids who grew up and made babies along the way. They had no idea what they were doing. And I got to set a lot of that free. And the next thing I knew, I'm staring at pebbles. I'm staring at pebbles. I'm just looking at these pebbles. Shiny, pretty pebbles. And I'm vaguely remembering that I hit my head on a rock, and I can't move. And I can't breathe because I'm face down. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm a quad, and I'm just going to wait here to drown. And my eyes are leaking. And I remember, I just left God. I just left what I thought God was. And I remember saying, God, I know you don't have to save me. I did this to myself. But I also know that if you wanted to, you could. And then I could move my fingertips. And then I could move my arms. And then I pushed my face above the water and I vomited. And I couldn't see out of this eye. This eye was bulging out. I had fractured my skull. My skin was split apart. And I stood up and I'm looking around and I know where I'm at. But I don't know when I'm at. I'm like looking for my parents. How could you leave me? No one's around to save me. And I walk across the shallow part and I start walking up the trail. And then these two guys come running past me. And I'm wondering, where are these guys going? And then they walk with me back up and I meet my friends. And I still have no idea what was going on. If I could go back in time, I would have played the amnesia card at least for a few days. But when we got up to the parking lot, I saw my truck. I saw my pickup. I loved my pickup. And then I remembered. I was like, how did I do this? How could I be so stupid? The process for me, coming home was I started giving all my stuff away. You know, I used to always I would represent the teams. I was into sports. And everywhere I went, I had a ball cap or a shirt or a sweater, you know, of the teams that I rooted for. And that just didn't matter to me anymore. You know, I had guns. I grew up a redneck. I gave my guns away. I started telling my friends about this amazing experience I had, and nobody wanted to hear it. In fact, it weirded them out. In fact, there's a lot of people, if they heard me tell that story, would think I'm crazy now. You know, I was trying to reconcile God. I was trying to reconcile that. I remember I went and talked to the brothers, you know, like, this is what happened to me. Can you help me understand this? And all they had to say was that it was the demons. You know, this was an experience with, and for me, I had an idea of God that was not for sale. Because I was always taught we would experience this judgment. And no one was ever judging me. I was just allowed to see everyone else's perspective and what everyone thought and felt about me, and how what I said and did affected everyone else. And the spiritual experience has brought me to the idea that we are sovereign beings. We are cherished jewels of a loving cosmos. That whatever God is, and I'm at a point where I don't have to know what God is, this nameless, unknowable Tao of whatever that is, whatever that spun up this body for this soul to inhabit, whatever whips the clouds around and causes lightning. There's something more than just time and space and money and things in this life. That our worthiness, our wholeness is not subject to the governments around us. It's not subject to institutions. It's not subject to corporations. Our truth, our worthiness comes from the inside out. We live in a time where it appears that everything is for sale. My greatest hope is this can be a time where we can rediscover our own personal integrity from the inside out, and that it's not subject to corporations, institutions. It's not subject to the whiteness of our teeth or our net worth. What makes our life worthy is us. What gives honor to any given moment is us. Now, I had this beautiful spiritual experience, and I tried talking to everyone about it. I tried sharing it. I remember I found A Course in Miracles at a yard sale and started reading it on my own. I didn't have a spiritual community. I didn't have a spiritual practice. So what happened to me is what happens to many of us when we have a spiritual experience. We pay the bills. We get caught up in drama. We forget. We forget. We forget again who we are. We slip into old egoic ways. We slip into addictions. I eventually fell into alcoholism. And I remember in the depths of my alcoholism feeling a special shame because I had been saved. I had been rescued. And yet here I was, an alcoholic on the edge of suicide. A spiritual practice, a spiritual community where we can remind each other. We have that now. Something I would like to talk about, which this leads into, is we're starting a Wednesday night service. And our intent and our goal with this Wednesday night service is how can we take these spiritual practices and sound them down into our hearts? How can we make these part of a daily habit? We all have light within us. We are all electromagnetic frequencies. How can we keep our frequencies healthy? It's like a spiritual immune system. I notice with my breath and with my spiritual practice, there are times I feel like I'm not enough. There are times I feel like I'm a failure. There are times I worry about what's going to happen to me later in my life. There are times I feel really insecure. And when I feel these anxiety waves come up, and when I see my mind start to spin these talks of self-defeat and feel my breath start to shorten, I have spiritual practices of prayer, of meditation, of surrender. I really love mantras. I'll recite mantras. I'll remind myself that my worthiness isn't subject to outside perspectives. And these are spiritual practices I use. And there's thousands of spiritual practices. There's no limit. There's a plethora, there's a tasty treat extravaganza of spiritual practices from all over the world, and it's open sourced spirituality. We're beginning a service on Wednesday nights, and it would be an honor if any of you could come, and if no one comes, I'm still going to show up. We're going to be talking about these spiritual practices together as a community. We're going to be inviting in outside speakers to talk about spiritual practices that maybe we haven't heard of or want to know more about. We're going to be sharing with each other how they're working in our lives and how we're working with them. We're worthy of more of living a life of disempowerment. And hang on, time out. Disempowerment is bigger than you might think. There are people who may look like the epitome of success, who've made more money than they can spend in their lifetimes, who spend their lives in fear and anxiety. There are people who may seem healthy and beautiful who walk around in a private purgatory of their own design every day, all day. There might be a homeless person who's totally open-hearted and happy where they are. And the ability to see beyond appearances is huge as we go through our lives, to see the truth in each other, even if someone's having an ugly moment or a moment of insecurity. I invite you all to meet us. October 1st is going to be our first Wednesday night service. And the theme for our first month is going to be the breath. Let's come back to the basics of our own breath. Let us wake up and realize we're breathing. We breathe unconsciously most of the time. Life is calling us to be aware of our breathing and know that is the key and the gateway to freedom. We're fully capable of this. We're starting this on Wednesday in the evening. We're co-creating this. And I invite you all with this intent. Let us learn to practice together. Let us help each other to grow. Let us help each other to discover the freedom that is within us now. This is our birthright, and so it is.
Every time he gets me. You know, when I said he's banged his head on the rocks in the valley of the shadow of death, I meant that metaphorically. But ironically, I have heard that story before. I'm blessed to have spent some time with him to hear those stories of his amazing experiences. Thank you, William, for your open heart, for your wide open soul, and for your willingness to share in this group. I'm going to welcome another amazing young man, Shriman, to come up here with his amazing gifts and lead us in a meditation. Let's hear it for Shriman.
Namaste, beloved souls, beautiful family. So in this meditation, we keep it simple. We just start by observing our physical body. As we find ourselves seated in this comfortable chair, we are planting our feet towards Mother Earth to cultivate this sensation of groundedness. And as we inhale next, we are lengthening the spine to immerse ourselves within this uplifting energy. Soften the shoulders and soften the center of your forehead. We're doing 3 breaths. Let's exhale completely all the way down to the base of the spine. Big inhale all the way up to your crown. Long exhale, empty and releasing stress from the past. Inhale up to your crown. Exhale, detaching from the fantasies of the future. Again, big inhale. Exhaling, embracing peace in this present moment. We're doing 3 rounds of Om to cultivate this powerful connection within us, to cultivate peace and bliss. Together, big inhale. Big inhale with a smile on your face. Keep observing the silence for a few more moments. And slowly returning back to another full cycle of your breath. Gently open the eyes. And namaste. I see some of you tonight for the sound bath and yoga. Last one before I leave for India. Thank you, everyone. So shy.
never cared much for moonlit skies. I never winked back at fireflies. But now that the stars are in your eyes, I'm beginning to see the lights. I never went in for afterglow or candlelight on the mistletoe. But now when you turn the lamp down low, I'm beginning to see the light. Used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark that's a 4-alarm fire now. I never made love by lantern shine. I never saw rainbows in my wine. But now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. I never cared much for moonless skies. I never winked back at fireflies. But now that the stars are in your eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. I never went in for afterglow or candlelight on the mistletoe. But now when you turn the lamp down low, I'm beginning to see the light. Used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark that's a 4-alarm fire now. I never made love by lantern shine. I never saw rainbows in my wine. But now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. I'm beginning to see the light. I'm beginning to see the light. I'm beginning to see the light.
If you would join me in prayer. Let's close our eyes and take a breath. And let us know deep in our bones that all thought has form, that all emotions have charge, that we are electromagnetic beings with will and with agency. At Unity, we pray from this place. We pray from this place of wholeness, this eternity of unlimited resource, and of our own free moral agency. Let's accept everything as it is right now. Everything that is in the world, all the joys and all the tragedies, everything that is within us, all the love, all the fear, all that is, let's simply accept it for what it is. We are water. We are flowing, we are free. Our future is up to us. Let us affirm this willful, forthright power that is within us now. Let us walk our walk, and let us do it with charm and kindness and dignity. And so it is.
Just take a couple minutes and you can scan their code. We use those green forms in front of you in the chair. We're going to fill out our prayer claims, send it out to the world. Stay with us and sing the prayer song.
Be still and know I am. Let go and know breathe in and know I am. Be still and know I am. Let go and know
And I'm completely lost in the moment. I have no idea where I'm at in the service, so I need my cheat sheet back. Check, 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 check. Okay. Soul Shine, we sang. All right. Visitors, that's where we're at. Anybody here for the first time today? Is this blessed that this be their first experience? I see a hand over there. Yeah, a couple over here. Awesome. Well, we want to welcome you guys here. We're so grateful you came to hang out with us. We're a pretty wild bunch of souls here looking for a little peace and love on this planet. Would any of you be interested in introducing yourself live on the microphone? Don't have to if you don't want to. But I see a little nodding happening over here, someone over there, and I see a thumbs up over there too, so I'll be back. Just tell us your name, how you found us, all that good stuff.
I am Chris Jurgis. Is this on? Can you hear me?
Let's check again. Yeah, platform 1.
Check, check. Hi, I'm Chris Jurgis, and I've been thinking about coming here for like 3 years. Someone recommended it to me, and this morning it just kind of kept on coming into my mind. I had to come, so I'm glad I came. Thanks.
Sweet. Thanks, Chris.
Hello, everybody. Blessings to you all. My name is Colby, and I was invited by my friends here, Andy and Elise. Andy is my neighbor that just moved in recently next to me, and I've known Elise for a little longer than that. And you know, I've crossed, I've passed this on my way to Sisters often, and I find myself as a deeply spiritual person. And you know, other churches, I just didn't feel in the right place, and I was always curious if this might be something that would be that could be home for me, where I could come and find some peace and connection to other people that have the same outlook and same views. And I've been going through some very rough times as of lately in my life. And I know that, everything happens, as it's supposed to, and I'm here for a reason. And I just thank you all for showing up and being a beautiful community. This has already been a really powerful, beautiful experience for me. And thank you and blessings to you all.
That's good stuff. Good stuff. All right.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. I am Gretchen, recently of Chicago, but all of my things are in storage right now, and I am just traveling and watching folks' houses and pets and things like that. And it's a wonderful experience. This is my first time in Bend. I'm familiar with Unity, and I have to say, wow, what a wonderful community you have here. Just from the moment that I walked in, I felt welcome. And the energy of this place is just, it's just divine. I feel healed being here. And I really just want to compliment everyone on such an amazing community that you've created. Please keep it going.
Thank you. Any other first-time outers want to introduce themselves? Yeah, good. All right. Even if you've been here 2, 3, 4 times, the courage will come. You can do it then. All right. Well, I thank you all for coming and joining us. And you're absolutely right. This is a special place. And if you're out there and you get centered in your heart, you'll sense that about things in the world. You'll sense things that are like, no, I don't want to go there. And you'll also sense other things like, yeah, something's pulling me there. And this is one of those communities that will pull the open heart and the seeking soul to it. So we thank you all for joining us. If you would like to stay in touch with us, there's a blue card in the seat in front of you. You can put your information on that, and you'll get added to our mailing list. That's it. Nothing else. Just telling you what's happening here and keeping you up to date about these amazing events. All right. Now's the time for offering. Anybody get exactly what they needed this morning out of this service? Out of the music, perhaps? Out of the talk? Yeah? Yeah, I see some hands out there. Well, this doesn't happen without everyone's generosity. This community is a 100% volunteer-run organization, save for a couple paid members. But other than that, everybody volunteers here. These 3 lovely ladies in front of me are all volunteers on this action. They give up little portions of their service to come do this act for us. And our opportunity now to give this community is in the form of monetary donations, because we can't exist without you. So you can do that in a variety of ways. You can text that number above, and it'll walk you through a really easy process for giving it through text. You can scan that QR code, and it'll take you to a website where you can give that your donation there as well. You can do the good old-fashioned cash in the basket. You can do checks as well. If you would like to make sure that it's recognized in your name, there's pink cards in your seat back in front of you. You can put your cash or your check in there as well. So we're going to send these baskets off after we bless them. We sort of bless them in advance. This is new thought after all. We're going to go ahead and claim in advance that these baskets are full of abundance. Exactly. Speaking of being full of abundance. All right, let's bless these gifts. From the love of pure spirit within us, we bless these gifts. We send them forth to heal, bless, and prosper. They are evidence of our faith and belief. They do good work in the world and return to us multiplied abundantly. And so it is. All right, let's fill these up.
Gratitude in my heart, gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. Gratitude in my heart, gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you.
finish line here. Too many mics in my hands. All righty. Prayer team, you guys here today? Come on up. And their prayer team's going to be coming up after service here for, if you'd like a miracle minute, you can have a prayer, your very own prayer performed with you, for you by these amazing prayer chaplains. You'll recognize them by their white stoles. This lovely young man here, Jim, is wearing one. The guy prays like nobody I know, so come on up and get that. You can have immense change occur in your life through these little activities. Also want to let you know about our newly formed Talk About. So if you got something out of this service and you feel like you need to share more and you want more out of this day and you're not ready to quite head out into the world yet, we circle up here about 20 minutes after service. We circle up and we just have an open conversation about what we just heard, how it moved us, thoughts, shares, things like that. It's a beautiful time. I know there's a lot of people who have been really enjoying it, so come on in afterwards. It's much more intimate and focused on it, so let's do that together. All right, that's about it. So we're going to send ourselves off into the world and try and hang on to this beautiful light that's shining with us. It's always there. We don't need to hang on to it. It's there. We just have to remember that it's there. So we're going to head out in the world with this prayer of intention and shine our light. Holy light shines within and all around me, a presence of love that is always there. I am that presence. I am a radiant field of love energy. I am holy light. My essence cradles and guides me. I am a gift in this world. I go forth from here in joy to bless this world with my loving light. Thank you, everyone. Have a great week. Take us away, Soulshine.
I got gratitude in my heart,
Gratitude in my soul.